Even if we stop the manufacturing of glyphosate tomorrow, who the heck knows how long that's going to be in the water and the soil and all that kind of stuff, let alone the millions of other chemicals out there. But my point is, I also know, and you probably know this in this space as well, we're at like this weird precipice, like 5, 10, 15 years. The technology that we're coming out with is so good and so interesting that I think we're also going to be able to support people with their health, even functionally, in a way that we've never seen before. So I keep encouraging people. I'm like, stick in there or stick with it, stay in there, keep doing this stuff with your health because, like an Aura ring right now, what this is able to track me, right, is pretty cool. What is 15 years going to look like for this, or what we call a CGM right now? I was talking to the Boris guy from Thea Health, and we're not a CGM company, we're a data point company, data collection companies. And when we have all these data points, we're going to be able to tell you one day, oh, yeah, you're 10 years away from getting this diagnosis. So you might want to change something now. And it's like, wow,
Mm.
that's what a cool job we're going to have when we can help people that early. Anyway, all right. So, with the last several minutes of the show, obviously, again, we want to talk about where people can find you. The only thing I want to do before that is just talk about cool client testimonials. It's amazing to hear the stories from the people that are FDNs and come on this show. But I always like for other individuals to know too that yes, it can happen for them. It can work for them. You don't have to be hyper passionate about this for it or it to be your job for this to work. So, to the degree that you're able to share, do you have any cool client stories where they came to you at the end of their rope, they're not feeling great, and then you were finally that light at the end of the tunnel that was able to really turn things around for them?
Yeah. One story that kind of pops up is, and this is a really common one, unfortunately, but she was postmenopausal and she felt horrible. She had fatigue. She had struggled with digestion for a really long time. And her doctor refused to do any kind of testing.
Okay, Tracy, thank you for letting me know. Book, if you
Oh,
can hear us, you are frozen.
yep. Am I back?
Oh, good. At least not that makes it much better, but
Yeah.
it's even worse when the poor guest doesn't know. So all good.
Yeah.
Once again, we really did not hear. If you can just restart the client
Yep.
testimonial, that'd be perfect. Thank you.
Yep. Yeah. It says, oops, reconnecting.
Okay.
So I know it comes out. But so she was, excuse me, she was postmenopausal and her doctor refused to do any kind of testing on her. I think she did some basic blood labs, and so she was like, she was exhausted. And she's one of those very high performers. She loved to do CrossFit and train regularly. And she worked really hard. She owned a restaurant and we did an HTMA and we did Dutch on her, and her estrogen progesterone was in postmenopausal ranges, right? We expect to see that, but her cortisol was absolutely tanked and her testosterone was also tanked, which we see a decline in menopause. But given that the adrenals are your main source of hormones postmenopausally, it made sense. And basically she came back to me and she was like, I don't feel crazy anymore. My doctor literally made me feel like I was going insane because he was like, oh, you're fine, it's just getting old. And I don't feel that old. I know I shouldn't feel like this. And then she had some gut markers that were absolutely off. But a lot of it really came back to her adrenals. And that is something that is, like I said at the beginning, so hugely overlooked, right? Your nervous system, that stress response. And then her minerals were completely depleted. She had a calcium shell. With that, even if your digestion is good, right? Your body is not able to utilize the nutrients it's getting. And given that she had the digestive issues she was having, she probably wasn't absorbing what she was supposed to anyways. But it was and so getting her some answers and getting her the right support, this is life changing. I don't feel crazy anymore. I'm honestly so relieved to have these answers. So that was obviously very cool.
Yes, that is awesome. Where can people find you then if they would like to maybe have a story like that one day and they're just resonating with you? I know what's really cool for people like you is the audience members that relate to you, a lot of them have that similar background. They know what it's like to just be these incredibly hardworking, goal driven women, and they want to work with someone else who gets them. So, where can they find you if they'd like to work with you?
Yeah, on Instagram, Brooke_Elysian is how you say that also.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Everybody gets it wrong. You're not alone. And then I am on Facebook. I'm a little bit harder to find on Facebook, but I have a podcast, Fitness Simplified podcast, and then on YouTube in women. And my website is down right now, but it's elysianwomen.org, and hopefully it'll be up here shortly. But you can DM me or message me on any of those platforms.
Real quick, what can they expect if they were to listen to your podcast? Because I always say, listen, I host one, that's great, but I look at these as like hopefully people's modern day TV where we're ditching some of the TV stuff and we're using this as our channels. You might have a favorite show, but you still watch multiple things. So I always encourage people to go to our FTN's podcasts. What could they expect though if they were to listen to yours?
Yeah, we are all things wellness. It's called Fitness Simplified. Honestly, it was before a little bit of a rebrand for me, but we cover mostly navigating wellness through midlife, mental, physical, spiritual, and so all of the above from there.